So in last class we had discussed about Nana, ready? This in. So in last class we had discussed about phase object model design pattern. We had discussed about test engine framework, and we had discussed about data driven framework. And in hybrid framework, the main important point is how to generate test evidences to the client. Once your script got executed, we have to submit our test evidences to the client. So once your program got executed, a Word document will be created on desktop, and that Word document, it contains all the relevant snapshots. So today's part is how to get relevant documents. That part we are going to discuss. Okay, let's see that part. So today's project is hybrid framework part 3. So what are the changes I did, I will explain. So let's go to the SRC test Java. So yesterday, as usual, we have seen pages, test cases, Excel util packages, and today the new package name is reporting utils, reporting example word. So Excel util Java class files and reporting util class files, which will be developed by some senior people in the project. People who are having 10 years of experience, they will develop these projects. Now, they will develop these Java class files. Our objective is just you have to create object and object.method name. And for that method, what are the input arguments you need to pass? That is the basic knowledge is required as a Selenium trainer and as a Selenium programmer. So now let's see how I have developed and how to generate the test evidences after executing this test case. So I'm going to the main test case. So yesterday we have seen declaration of WebDriver object. So this we did, and yesterday we have seen data table object declaration, and these are the global variables are required. Right now these global variables doesn't have any input values, so I kept it this part. Okay, I will come to this part later. And in before test section, yesterday we have discussed, we have created an Excel API test for object event.get data table, Excel file path and sheet name, and I'm retrieving all the values into these variables, global variables. Initially, global variables doesn't have any input values. Whenever line number 51 to 55 got executed, okay, all the input values, it will be retrieved from this Excel. Test data.xlsx. Okay, let me open my Excel sheet. So TC01, it contains the parameter name, test case ID, username, password, skill name, skill description, test URL. So all these details I'm retrieving into my global variables. So this part only we had discussed yesterday. And I want to print those values are successfully retrieved or not. I want to print it in the console. So I'm printing these global variables here. Okay. So up to here we had discussed, and anyway, launching of Chrome browser, maximizing implicit weight, launching of application URL, this part we already know. So the main part of the section today's class is we have to create a Word document, and in that Word document, we need to write our customized code, and we need to paste the images, running active images in that Word document. So there is a class reporting example word. So this is a supporting package library which was developed by some senior people in the organization. So the main supporting class file is image attachment document 1. So for the image attachment document 1, the supporting library I have imported. See, import reporter example word, the package name dot class name, reporter example word, reporter 1 class, and word converter.pdf. So these are the three supporting class file libraries I have imported from reporter example word. So this is the package name dot class names. Means if I am importing means I am going to create object for those class files. So నేను వాటిని ఇంపోర్ట్ చేశానంటే అర్థం ఏంటి, ఆ క్లాస్ ఫైల్స్ కి నేను ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేయబోతున్నాను, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ డాట్ మెథడ్ నేమ్స్ కాల్ చేయబోతున్నాను అని అర్థం. Okay, let's see what is the part I did. So I have declared a reporter R1 object and I have declared image attachment IA1 object. Okay, and where is that? Okay, so IA1 is equal to, so if you want to declare these objects, we are declaring these objects globally. Wherever we declare WebDriver object, data table object, global variables. Similarly, I declared these objects globally because I want to access these objects globally in @before test, @after test, and @before test, @test. So if I want to access in all the annotation tags, I want to declare these objects globally. So I can able to access R1 object and I1 object in @before test, @after test, @after test. Okay, let's come to the point. So IA1 is equal to new image attachment document 1. So we know how to create an object for a current class. By using new keyword, we can create. And IA1 dot create header test case. And what is the test name here? So the test name is a variable value. So I'm pressing Control button and I'm clicking here. Test name is TC01 add skills underscore. The timestamp will be appended. So the value, the local variable value here, test name contains TC01, TC02 add skills underscore the timestamp. It will be appended. So here, whenever this line got executed, a Word document will be created on your desktop and test case colon and the timestamp name will be displayed. Let me show you how it will come. So a Word document will be created like this. See the test case colon TC0 to add skill and the timestamp got appended and it will be printed automatically. So whenever this line got executed, that means the test case evidence was generated on which date, which time we are capturing the evidence for client purpose. Okay, so we along with the image attachment document 1, we are also using reporter1 class. So how to create the object? R1 is equal to new reporter1. So by using new keyword, I'm creating an object, R1 object, driver comma test name. So the test name value, what it contains, we already know. So I will explain about R1 object later. So IA1 object is purely for to capture the images, to capture the content in a Word document. And R1 object is used to generate content in your emailable report. Okay, so here you need to remember 2 points, guys. IA1 object is for to capture content, whatever content. See, this is the content, it will be printed in your Word document. And IA1 dot paste image, I will call one more method, IA1 dot paste image. So whenever that method I will call, the snapshot, it will be automatically pasted in your Word document. And R1 object is to create some content in the emailable report and to print some images in the emailable report. So I have created, so once after launching my application URL, I have created an object names called IA1 and R1. So by using these two supporting class files. So that is the first part we have completed. Now let's go back to the next point. So in the @after test section, what are the changes I did, I will tell you. So along with the WebDriver object, I had passed R1 object, IA1 object, R1 object, IA1 object, R1 object, IA1 object. Because why I am passing means, so in the R1 object, in the IA1 object, it will capture login page screenshots. And for the same Word document, I want to append skills page Word document. And in the same Word document, I want to capture welcome and logout screenshots, I want to append. So that's the reason I am passing IA1 object. Similarly, for R1 object, why I'm passing in the emailable report, I want to add screenshots, login page screenshots. I want to add screenshots of skills page. I want to add skills welcome and logout screenshots I want to add. So that's the reason along with the WebDriver object, I'm also passing R1 object and IA1 object. Once after passing WebDriver R1 and IA1 object, the same methods I'm calling as usual. So there is no changes. Right. The very, very important point is if you want to generate Word document, so string file name is equal to ia1.word output file. And the test name value we already know tc02 add skills underscore test timestamp. So whenever this line got executed, a Word document will be created at the specified location. So how can you know where the destination file will be generated? Just I'm pressing Control button and I'm clicking on Word output file here. So in my E drive, under this folder, under reporting folder, so the test name, whatever the test name is there, so .docx document will be created. So just I'm pressing Control button here, guys. So you can change the path whatever you want here. So make sure these folder names are there in your system, so that this test name .docx Word document will be created. Right. And word convert PDF.main. So what this line will happen, whatever Word document had been created at this location, that Word document, it will be automatically converted to PDF document. Okay, and after once all my scripts was completed and finally I want to close my browser, and the final part I did. So the major changes, what are the changes I will, well, let's summarize the things. So there is no changes here, and global variables also no changes. Global variables doesn't have any input values. So the main supporting class files are image attachment and reporter one. We declared global objects. And every time I want to create a new Word document with a timestamp. So that's the reason the timestamp I have appended. So whenever you will execute a new Word document will be created with this timestamp. And whatever input values, I'm retrieving all the input values, and with those input values, the new records will be created in the system. Okay. And ia1 dot create header and everything. So this is the main part of the section. In the main test case, these are the changes I did. Okay, let's run the program and we will see the relevant snapshots and everything is correctly generated or not. Where my Word document will be generated in E drive sample 561. Let me check. So in E drive, I have already created sample 561 and reporting one. So I'm deleting existing Word documents. Okay, let's go and run the program now. As TC01 add skills run as test-ng test. 1 second, guys. So before running my program, let me create 2024, because every time we need to give new records. So 2024, and I'm saving, close it, run as test-ng test. See, guys, Selenium means simply you need to understand creation of object and calling of methods. That's it only. See, all the values got printed. So because I have written system.out.println, all these lines got printed. So my Chrome browser driver is equal to new Chrome driver got launched. I think application is running slow. Let's wait. So username, password, and login button got entered. So Java 2024 description record got created. Record had been created successfully. Okay, guys. Now let's go to the program. The program execution is completed. Now I want to check where my output report was generated, where my output in E. So in the after test, I think after test section was disabled here. I think I need to re-execute it again. Okay. So what document it won't be created? Okay, let me. It was disabled. Let me re-execute it again, guys. Okay, 3024. Okay. Okay, now let's go and run the program. Run as test engine test. Right, guys. So my program got executed successfully. Let's go and verify the document in E drive. See, the Word document had been created, and when the line got executed, this line got executed. The same Word document, it had been converted to PDF file. Let's go and verify the output test evidences. So whenever I have written ia1.create, the first line, the heading was completed, and the login page snapshot was captured, and skills page was captured, and home page was captured. So all the relevant documents was captured, snapshots was generated in this Word document. And let's go to the PDF report. So the same Word document, it had been converted to PDF report. I think having some issues with my PDF report. Let me open with my Chrome browser. I think in my system, So I think in my system, the PDF was not configured. You can try and install, but in real time, people won't ask about PDF documents. Anyway, Word document is the evidence is enough. In my system, PDF installation was corrupted, it seems, but Word document evidence is got generated. So here I would like to tell you some few more important points. So whenever your programs got executing, make sure in your C drive, there is a folder name called HTML reporter folder. So this folder supporting library is required in C drive. And make sure the test data.xls, it is to read the input data. And the supporting libraries reporter example word. So this is the package it must have to be present. So these are the three important points you need to remember. And so far we had discussed the main test case changes what we did. And now let's go to the pages. So in the pages class file, what are the changes I did? We need to understand. Okay, let me open my login page. So in login page, in the previous class, we have discussed WebDriver object only. We have written. See, WebDriver driver, image attachment document IA1 and reporter IR1. So along with WebDriver object, I also declared image attachment 1 and R1. And these called local objects. So these called local objects. Local objects are giving access to current class object. So the driver object is getting access, and IA1 object is getting access, and R1 object is getting access. So after that, so previously we haven't done reporter R1 and IA. So these local objects we haven't passed, but the new change is we did this dot IA1 is equal to IA1. This dot R1 is equal to R1. This is the change we did. And wherever you want to take the snapshot part, these are the 2 lines you can write. And whatever message that you have written here, that message only it will print. So let me go to the document part. See, pass login page. So whatever documentation part, whatever content you are returning, pass login page. Where is this? So ia.paste image. ia.paste image means, so whatever content you have written, that is printing. And str means screenshot path. So str contains screenshot path. So that screenshot path was printed in your Word document. So this is called screenshot path. So if you want to maximize, you can maximize and you can see it. And similarly, let's go to the skill space. In skill space also, okay. In skill space also, just remove this one. So these called local objects. This comma driver is equal to driver2. This comma R1 is equal to R1. This comma A. So local object names you can give whatever name, but you are giving control back to the current class WebDriver objects. So after that, I want to take the snapshot. So wherever you want to take the snapshot, you can write these two. So pass skill space. So this is the line got printed. Pass skill space. See, that is the line got printed. And after that, this is the snapshot path. It is coming in your document. So like that, wherever you want to, so save button click. Yesterday we have already seen it's not working. We have written this is the challenging part we did. So like that. So page object model design pattern means corresponding methods implementation, modify skills, delete skills. So corresponding methods implementation we will do in corresponding page class implementations. So the important point is, if you want to take the snapshots along with the WebDriver object, you can pass reporter one object and image attachment one object. So wherever you are writing ia.paste image, the snapshots will be captured in your Word document. So far we had discussed about how the snapshots was generated in your Word document. Now let's go to the emailable report. Guys, can anybody tell me where the emailable report will be generated?
Sir, before that, I have a doubt. In you're showing for the past scenario, right? What if we have to show or report any issue? For that, will that, is that, do we have to follow the same instructions,
So,
same method?
so you need to write if else condition like this. If else condition you need to write like this, and if it is successful case you need to write like this. If it is failed condition you need to write the argument as failed. So here whatever condition, suppose if amount is, so your condition is if amount is greater than 5,000. So your some logic is there. So you need to write the conditions like that based on if else conditions. So whichever part it is generating. So here failure snapshot it will be generated, and the failure content message it will be printed in your Word document. Got the point?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. The next point I want to tell you, what point I'm telling? Emailable report. So in emailable report, guys, can anybody tell me where the emailable report will be generated?
Test output folder.
Very good. Test output folder. Okay, let's go to the test output folder, and let's open emailable report. Open with web browser. So sometimes it won't open properly. You can go to the Chrome browser. So to write any logical things, you have to understand the. See, this is called customized emailable report. This is not a default test ng emailable report. If it is default test ng emailable report, simply we have written reporter1.log, reporter1.log. It will print plain snapshots. See here, whatever snapshots we have done. So I'm clicking on the first snapshot, it is capturing. And when the snapshot was generated, also it is generating. But clicking on every screenshot and checking the evidences, client won't prefer. He will prefer Word documents only. And here the logo part I want to tell you. So when this was executed, also it's printed and it is showing it is pass overall test case. And sir, my project is not HSBC project. My project is some Walmart project. My project is some big basket project. So how can I change my logo? So that is one doubt I want to tell you to everyone. So now let's go to the C drive, HTML report, Orange HRM6, not Orange HRM6 guys, HTML templates. So there is in HTML templates, I have created logo.jpeg and logo1.jpeg. Okay, let me open this one. So this is called logo.jpeg, and here logo1.jpeg. Let me open this one. This is Orange HRM website. So now what I'm doing is here I'm renaming logo 5, and instead of logo 5, and I'm going to rename it as logo. So this time if I will refresh my website, Orange HRM website, it will come. That's it guys, it's done. So we are ready with our emailable report. Our test evidence is ready, and we can share these Word documents where our Word documents got generated. One second, guys. So where our Word documents got generated in E drive sample 561 reporting. So these are the test evidences you need to upload in SharePoint or wherever the repository management tools are there. Client will tell you can upload these documents. These are the test evidences. It proves your test case execution was executed successfully. So like that, we can execute thousands of test scripts, and all the test evidences will be generated. All the will be generated in the Word documents and relevant parts. Okay, guys. So now we understood hybrid framework part 1, only page object model and TestNG framework. And the second part, we understood page object model, TestNG, and data driven framework. And hybrid framework part 3, we have discussed about page object model, TestNG, data driven framework, and reporting. In reporting also, we have discussed 2 types of reportings. One is customized emailable report, and another one is how to capture the Word documents in a Word capture the screenshots and evidences in a Word document. And the preferred one is the clients will prefer only this one. So guys, you have a doubt, sir, can I able to develop reporting example Word and Excel util? Guys, you are in the beginning part. To get this experience, at least it might take 10 years of experience. Your job is, these files will be already developed in the projects. Your job is, for those Java class files, whatever, whoever has been developed, just create the object for the current class and import package name dot class name and create the object dot method names. How to call the method names and what are the input arguments you need to pass. That's what you need to focus while giving KT handover during any of the projects in the automation. Okay, so let me share all these project work. That's it. You can do the exercises and remaining thing. So I'm going to share all these things right away. So this is project 3, and now after sharing this one, in the interviews, how you need to explain hybrid framework, I will tell you right away. And I will also share you the Word document, how you need to explain in the interviews part. I will also tell you that one as well. I think only we have 3 more minutes. Explanation of hybrid framework, I will tell you in tomorrow's class. If I will tell you right now, it will be more overloaded. So in tomorrow's class, I will tell you how to explain hybrid framework, because if you go for any of the interview, the first question is, can you please explain the current framework, current project implementation, current framework, how you did. So that is the question people will ask. So this is the question only, it will decide your interview selection. Okay. Similarly, the main important question is BDD Cucumber framework. These 2 Word documents, I can share it in tomorrow's class. Okay. So let me share all these parts. Test data.xls. So guys, just to follow this video recordings at least 2-3 times. So ensure guys, in D drive I have created, you can create your own folder structure in D drive sample 561. Sorry, in E drive I have created. So you can create a folder structure wherever you want. And in C drive I have created HTML reporter folder. So make sure the HTML reporter folder you can keep it in C drive only. So in such a way, the framework I have designed and developed. Guys, in any of the organizations, people are not telling hybrid framework these many sessions. If you want to check in Naresh Technologies or in Live Technologies, people are not at all telling hybrid frameworks. These many sessions and these many classes, the real-time projects explanation, how you need to automate a test case, the real-time approach and guidance, you won't get. You can take sessions in number of places, you cannot get it at all. Okay. So that's it for today's session. In tomorrow's session, we can discuss about hybrid framework explanation and as well as BDD Cucumber explanation. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. I will upload the video recording and I will share these documents in next 10 minutes.